next article. This is probably going to be a big one. It's another PvP analysis. Under the Lights, Zap Cannon, Registeel in PvP. Hello again, fellow PvPers. The last of the Regis with its big exclusive move is about to hit New Zealand and reverberate around the world, so it's high time to see some detail on this bad boy, don't you think? I already examined Regi Ice with Thunder, Regi Rock with Earthquake, finding they are reasonable side grade options, but honestly, nothing groundbreaking. Groundbreaking stuff comes today. Read on and find out what I mean as we examine Registeel with new exclusive move, Zap Cannon. Let's take a look. So, all of the Regis are famously bulky, but Registeel puts even the other Regis to shame. It has roughly 10 more defense and 15 more HP than Regi Rock and Regi Ice, counterbalanced by having about 10 less attack. All of that is on average, for a few references, that is bulkier than Tropius, Probopass, Diggersby, Lickitung, Dugong, Stunfisk, and very nearly as bulky as Azumarill and Mandibuzz. Registeel also has by far the best defensive typing, with 11 resistances: Bug, Dragon, Fairy, Flying, Grass, Ice, Normal, Psychic, Rock, Steel, and 2 times Poison, and just 3 vulnerabilities: Fire, Fighting, and Ground. Conversely, Drogo, we're not playing right now. Regi Rock has only 4 resistances and 5 weaknesses, while Regi Ice has 4 weaknesses and only 1 resistance. There are several reasons Registeel is the most feared Regi in PvP, and many of them start right here with the bulk and the sweet typing that makes it a true tank. Drogo, this is rude. You're being rude. You're interrupting. I'm in the middle of a segment. I know you want to play. Go get your toy. Sorry, guys. Just wait a second here. He's having an episode. Drogo. Yeah, you got your box. Oh my gosh, dude. Can you settle? You're being rude. Hi. Are you done? Settle. Alright, hopefully he's chilling out a little bit now. Get back into it. Fast moves. He can have Lock On, Metal Claw, Rock Smash. Obviously, we're going to use Lock On all the way, because it basically is a necessity to get to the charge moves charged up. Our charge moves are Flash Cannon, Focus Blast, Hyper Beam, and Zap Cannon now, which decreases the opponent's attack by 1 stage. So, Registeel has had no trouble making its mark throughout Great and Ultra League with Flash Cannon and Focus Blast. It's not often that a 70 cost move is used as a bait move, but that's often what Flash Cannon is here. A way to snag a shield and set up a follow-up Focus Blast for the killing blow. With each lock-on generating an insane 5 energy each turn, or to put it another way, 10 energy every second, the difference between charging 70 energy for Flash Cannon and 75 energy for Focus Blast is infinitesimal. But we PvPers like to bait anyway, right? That all said, obviously Flash Cannon is sometimes able to do the job all on its own, but as Focus Blast, even lacking stab that Flash Cannon gets, deals roughly 8 to 10 extra damage against neutral targets. It makes sense why we may want to often delay one more turn to deal as much damage as possible with Focus Blast. But not for Hyper Beam. There's very little reason to consider running Beam, as it hits exactly nothing for super effective damage, while Focus Blast and Flash Cannon fully recover all individual typings in the game, leaving none that Registeel cannot hit for at least neutral damage with at least one of the charge moves. Flash Cannon is resisted by Fire, Water, Electric, Steel, and Focus Blast is resisted by Bug, Fire, Fairy, Ghost, Poison, Flying, and Psychic, so, see, no overlap. I know there are some dual-type Pokemon that resist both like Jellicent, Alola Marowak, Galvantula, Pelpepper are just a few that come in mind off the top of my head. But my point is that there is very, very little that Hyper Beam would help with, and far more that Flash Cannon and Focus Blast combine to hit hard. Anyway, that's all here and now, and it's worked very well for Registeel for as long as PvP has existed in Pokemon Go, though through nerfs and or buffs to Flash Cannon and Focus Blast during the last couple years. Now, here comes the first real curveball: Zap Cannon. Stats-wise, this is exactly the same as Hyper Beam, but of course it does have super effective targets, water and flying types, neither of which Registeel has been able to hit super effectively before. It's resisted by Grass and Dragon, but Registeel is also resists their moves, so those are kind of a wash. It's also resisted by Electrics and double resisted by Grounds. But the big story is that as of a couple mover bounces ago, Zap Cannon now comes with a guaranteed nerf to the opposing Pokemon's attack stat. That's not a crazy multi-stage drop or anything, but considering the redonkulous speed with which Registeel charges it up, as quickly as Swampert charges up Earthquake or Sludge Wave, as fast as Nidoqueen charges up Earth power, and faster than Whaleren reaches Earthquake, for example, it's often going to come in multiples. That may not change the end results of all those matchups, though sometimes it can, but it does give Registeel a nasty parting gift, leaving the opposing severely hobbled as they limp into the next matchup to likely rapidly perish. Okay, enough setup, let's get into the meat of the analysis. We're going to skip these big things and go straight down here to the long and the short. Let's sum it up. As Zap Cannon currently works, coming with a 100% chance of debuff to the opponent's attack stat, Registeel with Zap Cannon sees a significant jump in performance in both Great and Ultra League, beating things you'd expect, Waters and Flyers, and things you may not expect, particularly in the Ultra League, where Zap Cannon alone can beat stuff like Giratina A, Trevenant, and resist all of Registeel's damages. Zap Cannon a move that didn't debuff the opponent, it would still be a solid side grade to the existing Flash Cannon / Focus Blast moveset, trading effectiveness versus things like Fairies and the ability to outrace stuff like Scrafty and Obstagoon for wins over Waters and Flyers like Jellicent, Gyarados, Azumarill, and Mandibuzz, things you would expect a big electric move to beat. Unless Zap Cannon is nerfed somehow, this is a significant upgrade to Registeel that you will want on Registeel's moving forward. If I would hesitate to invest fully on only because A, we're in the Master League period for a couple weeks, and no, I didn't spend a lot of time looking at Registeel in the Master League, to be honest. So there's no particular rush to build a new Registeel at that moment. And B, I do wonder if Niantic will be changing Zap Cannon in the near-term future, and it would stink to have just build one and then have it immediately nerfed. On that note, after completing my analysis for now at least, I do hope that Niantic will consider removing the guaranteed debuff from Zap Cannon, at least taking it to a mere chance, maybe 30 or 50% or something. But even removing it entirely would not be unwelcome. Alternatively, had Niantic given a more like a Thunder to Registeel and perhaps given Zap Cannon debuff and all to Regice instead, basically a swap, I think that would have been fine without necessitating either move be tweaked at all. But as it is now, I and many other content creators out there for that matter feel that this makes Registeel a bit too good, particularly in Ultra League, where the majority of players will have a hard time getting the resources necessary to build one at a competitive level. This is an addition that so-called whales will love, but kind of screws over the rest of the player base, in my humble opinion. Niantic, if you're reading this, we can revisit Zap Cannon in the next move rebalance. All right, that's it for now. I'm ready to blah, 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 blah. So what do we think, guys? Did you get yourself a good Zap Cannon Registeel? Are you going to be using it in the Ultra League or the Great League if you can get yourself one in that range? I want to know. I'm going to take a look at my Registeels and see if I can get one with Zap Cannon, but I did not hit them very hard, that's for sure, this raid period. Put in the comments, though. I want to know.